Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Godden with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina was just actual game experience, just 13 starts in college. But he works so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent leader and player.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Trubisky draw play, gives to Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And what qualities really attracted Kansas City to move up to get Patrick Mahomes? We know it's the big arm. He got that from his dad, a former major league pitcher, but also has the moxie and the ability to move outside of the pocket and make any throw you want, across body, all the way downfield, the short stuff. This guy's got it all.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Chris Jones on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now it's Trubisky. On the crossing route, complete. That's Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Arrowhead after this. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch. Needed 16, they got 17 on 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard taking it in. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Breaks through the contact.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Mahomes to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 42 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Akeem Hicks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, He was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game play, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just have the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
Wiggles free. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 62 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 95 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And going, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a
rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They try again with Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Mahomes to throw on second down. They're going deep for Hill. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play and even 50 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On first down, Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Buying time to his left. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
He's going to get it running right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off by a Spencer Ware touchdown run. Butker now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now Trubisky. Throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. On the move to his left. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Again to Howard. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, good move. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now here comes Kansas City. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He leaves this one for Howard. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. That is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight,
He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out come the Chiefs now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Mahomes going to throw it here. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 68 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.